We are the Pong MCs. That's right.
Break up, one rhyme. Rabbit, can you hear me? Oh shit, we live. What's good? What's up, y'all? UFC, Fight Night 131. Moraes, Rivera. My boy Farhad in the always beautiful. Thank you for stopping by. Shit. Currently, we have Killer B. Saunders going up against Jake Ellenberger, which is looking like it's going to be a dope fight. Type, Dim. What's with the chitter chatter, huh? Just put on the fight. Let the fight speak for themselves. What are you, Joe Rogan Jr. all of a sudden? You got a bald head, now you Joe Rogan Jr. all of a sudden? Shut up. Alright. Just stick with what you know best. What's that? Professor? Bong rips. You want to see Alma Plata?
Well, he's known for the first omoplata.
I want to see a bonga plata. It's where I put a bong in the rear naked choke and I smoke it until there's nothing left to.
Yeah. Choke the bong.
Yeah. It's a new jiu-jitsu move. I learned it from Eddie Bravo.
All right, here we go. Ben Saunders.
Yo, what's happening, man?
Welterweight division.
What's happening?
33 years for
my dudes. Ben Saunders, Jake Ellenberger.
Eddie Bravo in this corner.
We got Rifa. We got Bongs. We got UFC.
H. Bry in his corner.
All right, now for the particulars, back inside the Joe Martinez.
Full right here, so that y'all can watch it. Get that seat out the way.
Hey, sit, get out the way.
There you go. My friend's telling me to move. Get the fuck out the way. Yo, thank you for stopping by. History of Violence. How you been, man? Puff Pass pimping, you already know. Feel like Joe Rogan Jr. and shit. I cut my hair. Feeling bald and free all of a sudden.
I didn't say H, bro.
You're going for Killer B, obviously.
Heck yeah.
Let's make it interesting. I'm gonna go for Jake Ellenberger.
That's good.
You want to put a small 20 on it?
No.
How about a little bud on it? You want to put a little bud on it? We're gambling with illegal drugs. That's like 2.5 felonies in some states.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, when you come here, we get down like James Brown. There's nothing to it but to do it.
Ellenberger looks cut, like he's lost weight or something.
Ellenberger always looked like...
Division
No, this is 170.
So he's always been 170?
As far as I remember.
Jake Ellenberger in black, Ben Saunders.
It's been always like a pretty big 170.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls guard, man. Saunders probably gonna pull guard at some point. Ooh,
do you remember when Ellenberger fought Nate Diaz and he kicked him in the head like 3 or 4 times in a row and Nick threw a towel in?
No. Huh? Nick did or his corner did?
Nick threw a towel in for his younger brother, Nate. Nate ate like 3 head kicks from Ellenberger. This was maybe 5-6 years ago. Yeah, Ellenberger is no fucking joke.
You don't see people throwing towels off him, do you?
I mean, Nate was in there just because he's Nate. He was gonna eat 6 more.
Right.
And he was gonna keep coming forward like a zombie.
Yeah.
Introduce the players. Oh, y'all already know it's the old crew of OGs,
the
man.
Classic crew.
Yeah. Yo, what's happening, Henry? It's good to see you, brother. Trill salute to you, man. How the hell you been? I'm just watching some UFC fights. We're about to puff pass a little bit. Look, he's throwing 100%.
Definitely
no
hit that one.
Conserving energy. Ellenberger's got Ben Saunders locked up against the cage and a little bit of clinch. He's working some dirty boxing up right now.
One big punch.
Feeling the green. Love the color on the wall. I gotta love it, man. This comes with a built-in green screen. This is my old room, man. I'm back at my old parents' house.
Saunders has both ankles wrapped, so one of them at least is injured for sure.
They're saving up some moolah on rent. Oh, look at Ben Saunders coming out with some clinch work.
Fast.
He's trying to Muay Thai his ass.
Oh, liver kick, liver knee.
Little Ben Saunders. That's it.
Hey!
That's a little bit of an anticlimactic finish.
Dude,
The
liver
way it
knee.
happened, but he must have caught him with something super clean for that to happen down.
Yeah, it
the
was
way
knee
that
in
it
the
did.
liver.
He kneed him in the liver?
Yeah, he hit him in the liver.
That's
And
what
he
I thought it
collapsed.
was.
Yeah.
Because he collapsed, the way he collapsed was
Yeah, it was liver shot for sure.
indicative of a liver shot. So Ben Killer B. Saunders had his back against the cage and he works his way up to a plum and he starts throwing knees to the head. And he switches up, knee to the liver. He switches up from high, low.
Usually
Boom.
takes couple, but it only was one. He was that
Dude, it sucks.
good.
I haven't been hit in the liver. I've been hit in the floating rib, and
I heard it's
that's bad enough to put you down. What happened was Ellenberger was throwing uppercuts from that dirty clinch, and when he threw one, he was exposed. His liver was. When he went up with the uppercut, he exposed himself.
He collapsed after that. Eddie Bravo's, what's his face? Boogie Martinez is in his corner instead of Eddie Bravo. He's in transplant.
Little bugger made it here with us. Why is the tail wet?
Because he was outside. His back was wet earlier. But I guess he
Hey,
tried it
Puss
out.
Wuss.
Just a booty
How you
check.
been?
Making sure he's clean.
Hey, Puss Wuss.
Pay the fade. What's going on? Choo choo! Oh man, people.
Hey, come here, dude.
See, people come here with an expectation, and I'm just not delivering the choo choo right now. So I need to
Were you guys in
stop
school?
slipping.
Why is his tail wet? You hit piss on
He was
it?
outside.
No, that's why I was checking. No, he just came from outside.
Okay, gotcha.
Making sure there's no pee on it. Simba, this is your kingdom.
Oh my goodness, it looks kind of like a mouse, but then
He's like, what the fuck are they doing to me?
The fuck are they doing? Cat
Mwah.
massage.
Alright.
he's just standing there like, I don't know what happened.
Alright, we have on the menu 3 deadly weeds.
Oh,
Deaf, deadly, and deadliest.
3.
3, yes.
3 little ways right down my
I got the shit that's that's the color of the paint on the
eating
walls.
sweet one.
And I got the shit that killed Joey. Who's Joey?
What?
Don't worry about it.
Don't say that. You know he's got a little girl.
Bam!
Wait.
Alright, no. It hasn't killed Joey yet. He's got to put out that Netflix special.
It's on Monday.
Rogan's got a special about to come out too sometimes soon.
Rogan's alright.
He's alright. Well,
Yeah,
people
Rogan's
keep saying that it was good supposedly. This one joke is hilarious, I heard. So I'll watch it.
I saw him live. He's not too bad. He's very like he yells a lot.
He does?
Yeah. During his comedy.
I haven't seen a lot of his comedy, to be honest. As much
It
as I
remind
listen
me
to his
of
ass.
when I watched him do stand up, it reminded me of like a little bit of Carlin almost.
Yeah.
Like Carlin would start like really raging on stage, but Rogan doesn't rage like that. But he gets into it like that. Like he comes with the kind of same energy, but not maybe the same. Man, Ben Saunders does his goddamn thing. Y'all should have seen that finish. He put his ass out in a jiffy.
It's exactly that, man. I don't need to make excuses. I always take every defeat with all due respect to the opponent that did it. But if my mind is not correct,
You try to punch him again in the liver just to make sure he doesn't get up. Look right there, I can switch. Like that one.
Real quick thoughts on the knee. Your knees have taken out a lot of people inside this octagon. You seem to land it in the perfect
Killer
place.
B with the knee. Bring the ruckus. You can't stop us. Motherfuckers. What?
Well, Brian T. Ortega's guard is as devastating as his, so I wouldn't bet my life on the most one. Which weight? What's the difference between weight class between the two? So this is 170. Where's Brian Ortega fighting at?
They're like 2 weight classes apart.
So Ben Sanders twice 2 weight classes above him.
Yeah, I believe this is 170. Ortega is 145.
Ortega's 145. That motherfucker was huge.
Is that what you're gonna have?
Yeah, that's gonna be me. Bald head and Osama bin Laden beard.
Yeah, Ortega's guard is as bad as this guy's guard. They have different games, obviously.
I'm on my way there anyways.
King Rafael dos Santos looks to enter some rarefied air.
I remember as a kid having a dream.
I remember.
I became the first Brazilian lightweight champion. Now I'm about to have my second belt.
My second belch.
Belch.
Since I moved to welterweight, I'm a different.
I like that.
Welterweight. The Brazilian accent.
I fucks with it. Put on a little soundtrack to the madness. Choo choo. You know what time it is. Grab your bongs. Get the papers.
I know what time it is.
Get the cigarillas
It's
out.
11:27.
Break that reefer out. Eastern time.
It's 11:27 Eastern Daylight Time.
Brooklyn time.
You mean California time?
No, we good.
I mean, we're from California, right? I mean, Colorado.
It's reefer time. That's all you need to worry about.
Say what?
It's reefer o'clock. That's all you need to worry about. What time is it? Reefer o'clock? Dim. What's with the chitter chatter? Alright, head check. Who's in the building? Who's here rocking with us? Sexy motherfucker.
Bugs?
Yeah, bugs.
Oh.
She's spending the night taking care of some elderly folks for her job tonight. Oh, there you go.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he can do this shit too.
Look at him go.
He's got a little bit less of weight to pick up than I do, but it's pretty damn good.
He's like running himself up there.
Yeah. Or how can get us pull ups in?
I used to be able to do 15 of this.
15?
Yeah.
That's where I about run out of juice.
18. When I was training for Marine Corps.
You wanted to be a Marine?
I wanted to be a Lieutenant Marine.
Oh boy.
I passed my everything too.
Oh.
All the paperwork done,
Uh-huh.
PT done, everything done. Ready to be shipped in 2 months.
They wouldn't let me be a badass.
To Quantico, and I was like, nope, changed my mind.
Oh, you changed your mind?
Yeah.
I backed out of it. I thought about it, I was like, nope. I don't want to be blowing up people and fucking in some stand.
Probably for the better, dog.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You would have gotten good money.
I got good money, but I've been damaged goods probably. and I would have been to live with.
I mean, I knew a guy.
We're all damaged goods anyways, but you come out more damaged from there, that's for sure.
Yeah, more damaged, and then have to live with myself the rest of my life. No, thanks. No money worth it. I don't think any money worth it.
When he came back from the military, he like stopped. He got these huge speakers in his room. His room couldn't have been more like a little bit bigger than this room. The guy I knew that went to the military came back, and so he used his check, and he got these huge ass speakers that were like the size of the floor of the TV, and also stocked his room up with like Slim Jims.
Talking about your dad?
Just a guy I knew. And so he's got these really big speakers in his room with his chest.
Slim Jims.
Slim Jims. And he got so mad when anybody tried to take his Slim Jims. It was nuts. Man.
Oh, this kid is rubbing on me.
He's
trying to get food.
Yeah, he rubbed on everybody.
I learned from my neighbor. This dude manipulates her for treats.
Oh, so you know what I found out? Cats used not to be able, well, in the past when cats made sounds, human ear didn't pick it up because of the frequency. So throughout the time, cats adapted their frequency so humans can hear it. Yeah, so cats have been around.
Meowing.
Cats have been around for a while, and they definitely adapted to humans. It's a lot. Behemoth is so smart. When I tell him, when I do this, come here in this chair, he comes to the chair.
Ozzy does that.
It's crazy. I thought it was insane. You know, I didn't expect cats to do that. Yeah, I can do like that, and he comes. He knows exactly. I'm like, nope, over here. He like understands.
Oh no, they're smart. They definitely understand what
Like,
the fuck
they
you tell
understand
them.
body language really well.
Whether they'll do what you tell them to do,
Right.
that's a whole different subject.
Exactly.
That's what makes cats cats.
Yeah, right.
They're just like, you telling me to come over there?
Most of the time he does, but sometimes he doesn't, and I don't know. I can't figure out why. Like, what triggers that? Sometimes he just like froze there. He looks at me. He does come eventually, but I have to keep on calling him, and he stands there, he's looking at me.
Depends on what mood they're in.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah. Dima, this is all the same?
Yeah.
Right? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Which is completely fine.
Yeah. I was just being goofy by saying I had 3 types of death.
Gotcha.
So what the fuck?
3 types of death. By fire, by water, and by air. Oh my god, guys, I found this fucking video. This amateur video of one guy visiting these chambers in Egypt.
Yep.
There's a lot of chambers everywhere, obviously. But this motherfucker actually... Anyways.
What you mean, like secret tunnel type of chambers?
No, it's essentially one big room, and to the left of it is a chamber, to the right of a chamber. Everything is it's all in the rock, right? The guide would chant Om in the other room, and this room hall would vibrate. And I put my earphones on, and I was like, holy shit! I can only imagine what's being like there. Like the whole being is vibrating at that frequency that
they're all humming.
That they're all humming. And what's fascinating is that I started feeling my brain falling in a state of flow. And I know, I very well figured by now when my brain falls in a state of flow, because psilocybin trips are very similar to falling in a state of flow. As soon as the fucking Om hit, my brain started, and I was like, whoa! I was like, this motherfucker knew something. So the idea is that they use this sounds to guess this for healing purposes. That is the guess. But the guy in the other room, and he chants in the other room, and this room vibrates way stronger than the other room that he's chanting in.
Oh,
That's how crazy the design
it's
is.
like the sound will go like through.
Sound goes through walls and yeah, right. It amplifies the sound and everything is vibrating. And you can feel it. I could. I
That's
mean,
why I used to like those drum and bass concerts and things like things with like the bass that they use. It's like that's why I like those types of things. It's almost like you don't even have to like the vibration.
yeah, you feel for the next 3 days and your ears ringing too. But yeah, I posted that video, man. A few days ago. It's called Resonating Chambers. You should listen to it with the earphones, preferably. Just see for yourself, because it kind of. I've been researching this shit for like 12 months now at least, and I just found that video. I keep hearing about Resonating Chambers, but I never heard one. Like I heard one, it just kind of blew my mind a bit. A lot of things blew my mind, but that's just one of the things that blew my mind.
And you posted that shit on your wall?
I posted that shit on my wall. The caption says Resonating Chambers.
I've heard a lot about chanting and shit like that. Mantras from Duncan.
They all mimics the 432 frequency, which is like cosmic background, not the MBR. There's another. It's called nature sound. So some people say that when the sound was super quiet, that's when they experience that background coming from the cosmos. That's what people say. So for some reason, that it's I don't know. Anyways, it's some kind of
Sound my fan makes is why I sleep so peacefully when this thing is on. You hear it? It's like all.
I think that's trying to say that.
Surgery, pins, and everything else. 3 to 4 month recovery. But he said part of the athlete's curse is that as great as that knockout was.
We got Daniel Spitz and yo, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know shit about this card right here, other than the main event. Walt Harris and Daniel Spitz. Is it the Walt Harris that knocks people out with slams? No, that's not the guy.
Very much a self-admitted, still developing fighter. He had very little mixed martial arts or martial arts experience when he first connected with Rick Little after college football. Says, no one to see my grappling or my ground game. Perhaps I can showcase that tonight. Representing champions freestyle MMA in Alabama, here is Walt the Big Chicken Harris making his 10th UFC appearance at 100% knockout rate, all of them in round one. Very fast starter, big heavyweight, 6'5".
It takes about $5,000 per person to go there with the actual crew that for like 2 weeks takes you different places. And this crew is not like Egyptologists. It's called chematology. So ancient Egypt used to be called not Egypt, obviously. It used to be called KMT or Kemet. The Egyptian writing didn't have any vowels. So all the vowels are guesses. Like for example, I don't know, like any of them. Like fucking Seti probably was ST, and like Amun probably was like MS. So, and there's a lot of hidden meanings. So all the hieroglyphs that we have are from the Egypt that was around 5,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago. Before that, there was ancient Egypt, and they did not use any writing. And those motherfuckers had all the fascinating buildings in Egypt. Every single fascinating building in Egypt comes from the ancient Egypt with 0 hieroglyphics. It's the motherfuckers that build a dope ship that's always below.
Giza pyramids.
Yeah, the Spain, all the huge megalithic structures under Giza pyramid. Okay, look up in Sakura. There's a place called Serapil. This one place will blow your fucking mind if you see a video of it. What's fascinating, this fucking place is under the ground. It's a very narrow tunnels and very narrow hallways, and in the hallways there's a sharp chambers. Like you would walk down the hallway and there's a door and there's a chamber. In these chambers, there's 60 to 80-ton granite boxes. We're talking about, I don't remember exactly how, there was like 2-3 dozens of them. These granite boxes are of pristine quality work. Like you need like super advanced tools to cut it so fine and so sharp and so well crafted. What's most fascinating thing that there is no fucking way to get the boxes into that fucking room, especially using physical strength. So you can't put 20,000 people there. There's no room to put 20,000 people. You can maybe put like 10-15 people there to lift an 80-ton block and to turn into the columns and put, it's like that sofa that you gotta carry, you gotta put it this, remember carry, we have to put it this way, we have to put, now imagine manipulating 80-ton block like that to fit it in a fucking room.
They must have built around it.
No, what's fascinating, in one of the shafts, there's uncut, this box found. So they were transferring it inside to refine it, but something happened, and that's when the time stopped for them. When they were carrying that one of the 33rd box, the 31st box,
they stopped.
And some cataclysm happened,
Okay.
and that was the stop of the time for that civilization.
Well, they're saying that there was sun flares around 10,000 years that wiped out a lot of civilization.
Right. 12,500 is the exact date, and the sun flare is like this because there's evidence a lot in Egypt that sometimes sun flare hit, and from evidence that I got it watching myself, I didn't read it anywhere. When I am in Egypt, it kind of hit from the east side. So there's a lot of structures that burn, charred. There's limestones, granites, basalt. They're charred usually on one side. The only way it's charred is very high pressure, heat pressure. So vandals later on who would have tried to destroy it could have not done that, right? So meteorite impacts on the Earth in the past before that, obviously. But solar so far is the likelier scenario. So they also had obviously circular saws, okay, because a lot of very fine cuts, they don't go straight in the line, they kind of curve. And the only way to curve, I learned, is when circular saw cuts it. And obviously the circular saws had when crusted with diamonds, because this is the stones, the granite is a number 8 on hardness level stone. Basalt is like 7, 8. Limestone goes from like 6 to like 8. So diamond is 10, okay? So they wouldn't cut quartzite, which is 9 on a hardness level. So they're cutting 9, 8, 7 stones, right? You have to have diamond. Not only you have to have diamond crust, you have to have power tool. You have to have a very high speed of rotation. This is not crank. But what's fascinating, I learned one thing, that they were masters of two things: sound and water. No, it's not me. On the bright side. So they were masters of sound and water, and the technology was very, very green. It was very, very green technology. It didn't have, so it was not like machines that burn things, right? It means that water, whatever they did was water. So one idea is that they somehow tapped into the Tesla's idea of capturing energy from the earth and aquifers in combination with suns. Because, I mean, there's a lot of energy to capture on the earth. right? Besides the hot stuff going under the earth, which affects magnetic, so you can capture magnetism. Besides that, there's solar energy, which creates, there's so much energy captured on Earth. If you know how to tap into it, it's infinite amount, as much as sun provides essentially. You will all the energy you need. Somehow they learn to tap into that. And the pyramids. The Khufu's pyramid is the biggest one. They call it Khufu. They're like, no, Flora Khufu was built. This is nonsense. Not even one body was ever found in any of the pyramids. Yet the culture says, oh, this is a temple built for a king to bury it, right? There's no evidence. There is this. So pyramids do have these boxes. Not as big as the one in Serapeum, smaller. They do have these boxes, but they don't have lids, or some of them don't have lids, and there's no evidence there's been mummy buried there or anything like that. There's no engravings of this great pharaoh. There's not even one writing made of the pyramid. There's only one cartouche found in Khufu's pyramid. One cartouche. Cartouche is when Egyptian hieroglyphics has like a round circle around it. Egyptologists say that every time you see cartouche, this is the pharaoh's name written on it. There's one cartouche found, very crudely made, on a stone, by the guy, English guy, 150 years ago, who drew it himself to become famous, right? He's the first English guy who brought information, so he had to become famous. Something he copied from somewhere he saw.
Well, we're calling all UFC fans.
There's, so,
25th anniversary. Go to UFC25years.com.
Going back to structures, every single time, they haven't been any, I haven't found one evidence where this is opposite. Every single time, and this is the same in Peru as well, in Pamapunku, every single time, crude stones and crude structures, small stones and crudely made with basic weight, always on top. The huge fucking stones that fit like razor blades that lived through Egyptian pyramids lived through 2 earthquakes that decimated Cairo completely. So supposedly advanced technology of humankind built a city twice that got decimated through earthquake, yet pyramids stand. I mean, they're not pristine obviously, but they still stand. I mean, you go to Khufu's pyramid inside, you can't fit a hair, you can't fit a razor blade between the stones. They're just like that. And it's not just only from outside. Sometimes when crudely made things, stone might look outside. I've not seen images of this. Stone can look tight from outside, but then it kind of separates as it goes. No, this motherfucker's tied like that throughout. Okay. What's also fascinating was 2.5 million stones in the Khufu's pyramid. Most of them are 20 to 30 tons. Some of them inside there's chambers, and some of them are 60 to 80 tons. The bottom line, 2.5 million blocks, all of different size. This is not bricks that made to put. So this motherfucker's carrying, they're 500 miles, 300 to 500 miles away is the Aswan quarry. They carry different size of blocks. Listen, this is logistics impossibility. You have to have an advanced software system, ERP system, to keep every chunk of every fucking block cut, put together. All
So how do they do it?
I can tell you what's bullshit, but it's technology 2 steps above your level of understanding. Looks like magic to us.
Aliens.
No, not aliens. Humans.
Just hasn't been able to get anything really done consistently here.
There's no evidence of aliens. Humans. Humans that were smart and advanced.
There's questionable evidence. of aliens.
Well, I didn't find any. There's
Landing strips, several statues and buildings made.
oh, there's the buildings are around the world. So there was a global civilization.
Shit. Cat switch.
Cat switch. This one looks fatter. Each one looks fatter. It might be Al Qaeda does too. The Russians have a saying: there should be a lot of a good person. Хорошего человека должно быть много.
Хорошего кота.
Должно быть много. So there should be a lot of a good cat.
There's a lot of
I'm a little
good
biased
cats.
with behemoths, you know. I kind of make him lose a little weight though. I ain't gonna lie. Sorry, I'm not watching fights, but at least I'm catching up with you people.
Yo, I haven't watched a bit of this fight and I don't know who's doing what.
So,
I barely remember who's fighting. It's Walt Harris against Daniel Spitz, I think.
there's only one area in the whole Egypt where there's little hieroglyphs that look funky and people like go this is a fucking submarine and this is a flying saucer. But it's people who study it, it's not like that. So there's really no evidence like of aliens. Like everything indicates that this has to be humans and it has to be cataclysm that wipes all fucking and then we have to stop it. And the new Egyptians that came that wrote the hieroglyphs, they do talk about this event. They do talk about the Necheru, the gods. They used to live and they gone and no more. So they could have been some group of survivors, right? Obviously, right? And they pass on information. But what you see in every single culture, and we know a lot, this is a lot about Hebrew culture and Aramaic culture, that, for example,
That's it.
it's
Walt
probably,
Harris beating up
10 seconds,
Daniel
but
Spitz. Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna survive?
should have closed his guard and should have closed the distance, but he didn't, because he's so out of
That's
it.
it. They
Yeah, he
called
should
it.
be out.
He
Good
went
call.
ahead and
Good
left.
call, Ref.
2 elbows. Bam, bam.
I didn't see the
After
fight, but I saw the...
The finish was the left hook. Put him on his ass.
So Walt Harris with a punishing knockout of Daniel Spitz here tonight.
Was it a left
Good
hook?
for his 4th UFC win and his 11th career win by knockout. Our move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS.
Hey.
Coverage of the UFC on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S.
He was just waiting to get Daniel Spitz cornered. Look
Yep,
at it.
left hook.
Overhand.
Bang.
Right there.
Yeah,
crafted the chin.
under the pyramids, there's like hundreds of miles of tunnels and water
Beautiful
channels,
counter.
and that cut out like just like
Spitz
size
is
like
hurt.
that.
You see it there.
So the
Look at
whole
this
plateau
combo
is
just
a combination of war
Only a
systems
few
and just
seconds
like
left
you
in the round,
fucking
but
need it.
never letting him off the
The
hook.
idea is
Hammer
that
fists,
everything was
elbow
built
over
on the
top.
ground
That was really
first.
the beginning of the end in terms of the
And the
ground
very
and pound.
first thing that
Referee
was
had
built
seen
above the
enough.
ground
Couldn't defend
is the
himself
oldest thing
with
there
his
is,
right-handed
which is
elbows over the
Sphinx.
top.
The erosions on the Sphinx, geologists, this is professional geologist, Robert Schuckman. This is most respected geological schools. They can predict the Egyptologists. They date, people study rocks, date this at least 12,500 years. Sphinx erosion. So Sphinx is in the chamber and around it, inclusion, around it is rocks, because so it's been like cut out into the bed. So those rocks are all eroded from water damage, sustained heavy rains, and flooding. The flood and all the from Indian people come from India to Middle Eastern where things for our people started. Because we go back and we go, oh, all these things in Mesopotamia and Egypt. The Mesopotamia and the New Egypt. And this is the oldest for us when we started yet again. So, where I was going. So yeah, the damage indicates that it's from heavy flooding, and the only time flooding happened last time is 12,500 years ago when Ice Age ended. And the end of Ice Age wasn't, oh, it got warm, and then in 100 years things melted. No. It was like that. The Ice Age ended today. That kind of deal happened. So it was
a
a
flare that
huge
caused it. The Ice Age.
flare could have caused the Ice Age. And when we think of Ice Age,
No, I mean caused the end of it.
right,
Yeah.
right. And when we think of Ice Age, we're thinking like it was cold everywhere, more land there than now. Because the water level gone up that much, a lot everything went under the water, right? So there's a lot of green areas when the Ice Age. What's green was, it was the Egypt and Africa was completely green, all the deserts were green, and the snow was much lower close to the equator, right? So then they all ended, huge flooding. I've seen images of huge motherfucking rocks, so out of place. I don't remember where it is. I think I want to say it's northwest United States, kind of like around the Washington area. In this valley, it looks like a huge stones were just carried away from somewhere. Like, I'm talking about huge, I'm talking about like 1,000-ton stones, like huge stones in this valley. Carried from somewhere completely remote and planted here, like taken by water. It's like water washes down stuff.
Yeah.
But except this shit is fucking humongous, right? So it could have been, must have been such an amount of water, right? And you also find where like hundreds and thousands of mammoths just sucked in one area with still food in their mouths and shit, right? These motherfuckers just died at once by hundreds. It was sudden. Everybody just kind of vroom. Yeah. So it seems like something hit around Egypt area too. That's when because there's a lot of charring in this very old structures.
Stage and get treated immediately. Walk back under
that's the last time
that
war damage could have made possible to see. So that's the evidence. It's not like, nah, Sphinx is like 5,000 years old. Sphinx face was obviously cut out.
So man, you watching Fight Night.
We're talking about Egypt, ancient Egypt, and watching the Fight Night. Sphinx head obviously cut out, carved out, possibly several times, because the head was very disproportional to the body. Egyptians had everything proportional. Very proportionality and sacred geometry. So everything is Fibonacci sequences everywhere you go, and then all the fucking temples and shit. There's a pi, there's the speed of light. So everything, information is there. You can know how to look into it. For example, the exact coordinates where the pyramids are, for example, are like 5 decimals close to speed of light, or 6-7 decimals close to it. The coordinates, same as speed of light. The pyramids aligned to the true magnetic north, something that we learned to do only 100 years ago. Not the fake north, but true magnetic north. So, if we learned this 300 years ago, how did the motherfuckers did that, right? Egyptologists say that, well, everything, stones were cut, they didn't have a metal, right? They didn't have any steel. Because steel wasn't made, there was no steel around then. So, how do Egyptologists explain how this was built? They were like, they had a big rock, and they hit the rock on the rock. Or, the other alternative idea, they had a copper saw that cut granite. Impossible. You literally have to spend a year, because I've seen video of them cutting it. So these Egyptologists are nasty motherfuckers who lied to us all this time. And
I thought I'd give you guys your beatings.
And said that this was science, and this was whole time garbage. That's the sad part of it. And this is garbage that concocted about 200 years ago by British Empire, French Empire, yeah. And it's the same narrative hasn't changed since then. All the evidence, new technology came, all the evidence came, we understand more about everything now, more, right? Than 200. We found new temples, they're obviously not temples. Okay, I'm using the word temple, none of them are temples. They only, you probably say everything is a temple or a burial chambers. This is not temples, not burial chambers. They're they explain things and they do things. They structures have purposes. Like it might be a healing place. It might be a place that gathers energy or some kind of device. And I cannot explain you what device it is, honestly, because all I can tell you, all we can tell, there's people who study this, chematologists, that it has to do with sound and water. Technology has to do with sound and water, so they were masters of water. The way the Khufu's pyramid look, people created pumps. People in their backyards created pumps that replicate at least the bottom. So there's a chamber below the ground of the pyramid, and they built pumps, water pumps. That's how exactly how water pump works. So the bottom of the pyramid is a water pump. What's the top? That's hard. People say it's space lab, but no, as far as I found, no one built one yet. Okay? So this is where we're at. There's zero explanation to anything, and the narrative just makes no sense. And I'm not saying it because I want to sound like hopeful or something. I'm just like atheist. I don't like, not the hopeful person. I'm like evidence. Evidence.
One of the truly great comeback stories in the sport.
You guys sleeping? Well, I'm gonna go home because I'm not on your schedule anyway. I'm on a night schedule. Yeah, that's cool. It was nice talking to you.
I might need to catch these things up tomorrow.
Do what?
I said I might need to catch up on these tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go catch up on jiu-jitsu championship.
What's the main event on that?
Well, the thing is, I didn't get to watch it live today because I was sleeping. I'm on a different schedule, obviously. So I think today was up to brown belt. I think tomorrow is a black belt, so tomorrow is gonna be the matches. Although I'm gonna go watch blue belt, the purple belts and brown belts now, probably. Maybe blue belts. Those blue belts are savages, dude. I mean, I've seen a lot of blue belts by now. I've seen a lot of purple belts, I've seen a lot of all kinds of belts. But this blue belts were like...
a different level right there.
Yeah, these blue belts were like a lot of brown and black belts.
That's another level of mustache right there.
That's something else.
How does the athletic commission or whatever the fuck state that they're fighting in allow that? That must get in the way of this vision.
Or division of the opponent, right? It has to be one of the two.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that kind of hazard this poses to the opponent.
Yes, IPOC is not allowed last I checked. Anyways, I think I got it. No, on my phone.
Good to see you. Let's get up again tomorrow.
Yeah, good to see
when
you.
I'm a little bit more rejuvenated.
I feel you.
Also, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt who did have 2 submissions in those exhibition fights on the Ultimate Fighter line. So there are some submissions in his arsenal. And as far as his last fight against Joaquim Silva is concerned, he said he was happy with his ability to recognize openings and close those openings. But he said, big picture, I took a nasty liver kick early on in that fight. I put on a poker face and had to fight through that. And he feels like candidly a lot of guys would have doubled and been out. So he's tough, he's conditioned, and he is ready to take out a guy in Brendan Gillespie, who is all the rage, not just in these parts, but a guy who many fancy as a future title contender.
22-1. That's exceptional.
And on that fine note, I bid you folks a tremendous night. Peace.